Hi, my name is Adam Gudger. I'm the National Sales Manager here at Thor Motor Coach, and I'm here today with Mr. David Jones, the District Sales Manager of our Southeast region, here to talk about the 2016 Thor Tuscany. David, welcome.
Glad to be here, Adam. I'm certainly excited to talk about the new changes and all the great things that we've done to this coach. Let's go take a look.
Absolutely, let's do it. You know, one thing I really like about the Tuscany is it's always had a very distinctive look. I can tell we've added some new graphics and colors for this year, but also quite a few features that there's to talk about.
Absolutely. I mean, starting first with the panoramic view windshield, it's going to give you great visibility as you drive down the road. We also have the chrome mirrors and we integrated the side camera in with the chrome mirror, so when you're driving and you turn the blinker on, you can see in the blind spot. Another thing I'm really excited about, though, is the 10,000 watt generator. With the 10,000 watt generator, we're able to put three 15,000 BTU air conditioners with heat pumps on the roof, as well as we put an electric slide out that'll slide out so it's easy for the customer to service the coach or the generator. Back behind this chrome piece, we also have a Tuscany logo light that lights up, as well as the LED running lights. We're using the best paint out there, in my opinion. It's a Sickens paint. It's got more elasticity, so you're not going to have to worry about it checking or spider webbing down the road because it just has a lot of elasticity. Never hardens.
And I can tell, you know, there's been a lot more emphasis and labor to really make the paint itself, you know, fully cut and buffed, and you can really see the difference in the paint quality in terms of how we've invested there. It also appears that there's a film on the front of the coach as well, is there?
Yeah, there's a film. We put a 3M shield on all of our diesels. That way you can protect it against rock chips or love bugs, and you don't have to worry about it eating into your paint.
Fantastic. Well, why don't we go ahead and move on around the side of the coach and look at some of the other features.
Sounds great.
You know, as we make our way around the side of the coach, I mean, one of the first things that I noticed is that we're using a Freightliner equipment on board. So it's a Freightliner chassis, I take it, and I mean, is there anything special that we're doing with this Freightliner chassis that we're building this Tuscany platform on?
Absolutely. I'm glad you brought that up because we buy the chassis from Freightliner, and then we got a great relationship with MoreRide, and what they do is they weld 13-inch beams every 8 feet. Throughout our motorhome, so that way we can have things like the full wall slide that's right behind you. Not only that, is we're using all of our Tuscanys have independent front suspension, which give you a 60-degree wheel cut, where a lot of the competition out there, or other manufacturers I should say, have a 55-degree wheel cut with a straight axle. You know, the independent's going to give you a better ride on a bumpy road, as well as we're using a big tire, 295 tire all the way around. I
noticed how big they are, and they're on all the axles rather than just on the front axle like you see on some of the manufacturers.
You're exactly right. You'll see a lot of manufacturers have a 295 tire on the front and 275 on the back.
And speaking of big, is this a normal size entry door? Because this thing is enormous. How big is this thing?
Oh, this is 32.5 inches wide. And another great thing that we've done for this year is you'll notice this great step cover. It's a great entryway. It's easy to get in, easy to take things in and out, as well as this will come up and cover this hole when you're traveling.
What I like about it is that my feet are a little bit bigger. It's an open step, so you know it appears that there's a lot more room to set your foot on as you're walking in, and it looks like it's really even too. So nice solid footing. Another thing, you know, as you're going by, this has keyless entry.
And not just keyless entry on the door, it's got keyless compartment doors as well.
Oh, wow.
So when you're tailgating on game day or what have you, you can lock everything and lock everything here, as well as on the dash and with a key fob. Really great feature. You were pointing to the fuel tank as well. This is one big thing that we've been able to do is we put a 150-gallon fuel tank on the coach, and as well as we put it above the belt line so it's easier to fill the coach as well.
And speaking of beltline, now correct me if I'm wrong here, but when I'm looking at this coach, it's got a straight beltline all the way through. Is that a new feature? Because I've seen Tuscany's before and I've never seen a straight beltline on the unit.
Oh, we're really excited about this. I mean, because it really gives it a much cleaner look. Not to mention, we got a lot of exterior storage. We've increased the basement height 4.5 inches by
4.5 inches?
4.5 inches.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, look at this, Adam. I mean, I couldn't believe it when I first saw this coach. I mean, you look at not only these are upgraded compartment doors.
That's incredible.
But you look at how much more storage we have in there for this year. I mean, this is one thing customers are really going to look for reasons to get into this coach, just simply for the extra storage. Another thing that we've done in the basement is we do not have carpet in the basement. So we've lined it with the FRP fiberglass. It's easier to keep it clean versus having chairs that get wet or have sand on them and have mold or mildew in the basement. But if you look at Not only that compartment, but we did this where it's a barn style door, and this is one of the
Look at
biggest
that
slide
tray.
trays.
Oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. That's over 60 inches wide, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Hey, and speaking of slide outs, you know, I noticed, you know, not only is this a taller basement than I've ever seen, but this is a full wall. Is this like a 28-foot slide? I mean, this thing is enormous. This is the biggest slide I've ever seen.
That's why we have more square footage than any other manufacturer out there in the marketplace. Not to mention, I'm glad you brought up slides, because one thing I'm really excited about is all of our Tuscanys, or all the slide mechanisms are hydraulic for this
All
year.
hydraulic?
All hydraulic.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, you don't have to worry about the, any slide issue with this hydraulic system we're using. They have the dual rims, push of a button it's in. It's one of the fastest slide rims in the industry.
More square footage, and the only coach in the industry have hydraulic slides.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know if you need anything else but that. And that's all brand new for 16.
Brand new for 16.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hey, but one thing on game day that I got to mention, we added a 40-inch exterior TV. So it's much bigger TV, not to mention, check out this awning.
Yeah, that's a huge awning. And one thing I like about it is, and I don't know if they're all this way, but this awning's mounted to the slide box. So with this really deep slide out, you're not actually losing the depth of it, are you?
You're exactly right. Another thing I'm excited about is we got the LED strip light in the awning.
I see that. Yeah, it lights up then, huh?
Yeah, and you don't even have to have the awning out. So if you just want to pull up and look cool, you can do that.
Cool. And then there's another awning above, I noticed, and there's a cover on it, which, you know, I guess I've seen slide toppers before, but I don't usually see that cover. Is that something special for this one?
That is something we've added because, on a windy day, you really need that. It protects your awning. We spent a lot of extra money to do that. It looks better, plus it's gonna protect that awning from leaves and things of that nature getting in on top.
I hear also when you're driving down the road, by having that cover on there, it actually keeps the wind from getting in, so it's not going to unravel on you when you're traveling. So that would probably be a smart thing to have on most coaches. I know there's a lot of competition that doesn't do that. So that's fantastic, David. I can't believe how nice, and the colors and the graphics. Wow, this is the best I've seen us do. So how exciting is that? Now, also, since we're talking about the outside of the coach too, is there anything special about the roof on this unit?
Absolutely. We're using a molded one-piece molded fiberglass cap. That's a great thing about the roof. And another thing on the roof is we went to 3 15,000 BTU air conditioners on the roof. Not to mention solar. We have some customers asking for solar chargers. It's pre-wired for a solar charger up on the roof as well.
It has a new connector now on it, doesn't it, that you can just hook that right up so the techs aren't having to search for where that's going to be. Well, that's fantastic. Well, why don't we head back to the rear of the coach and you can show me some of the other features back there.
That'd be great.
I know we've begun to add a lot more residential features to these coaches, but one of the concerns I have is how do you power everything?
I'm glad you brought that up. I get a lot of customers that buy our product that don't quite understand that, and I would like to go over that with you. We're using a 2,000 watt pure sine wave inverter because all of our refrigerators today are electric, and with this inverter, pure sine wave is a great benefit, and what that's going to do for you is it's going to help your appliances last longer, plus you're going to have constant power if you like to use a laptop or whatever if you're camping. With this feature, we've tied this with our 6-volt batteries. We have 4 6-volt batteries tied together with this with auto gen start. And our auto gen start has a lot of great features. You can set it by time, temperature, and voltage. So you can run this coach for typically, I would say 17 to 24 hours, depending on what all you're running, and then set the voltage to 11.9 because your refrigerator needs 12 volts to operate. The refrigerator we're using is it's a 20 cubic foot with a 3-door. It's got the French doors on it. Very nice refrigerator. And then you can set the setting on the inside, and I can show you that when we get inside.
So with this inverter then, my outlets then, my TVs, my appliances, pretty much it'll take care of all that stuff so I don't have to run the generator all the time.
Absolutely, and you don't have to count the hours. You can set it by runtime hour, temperature, time. Many customers talk about their dogs if they're going traveling and they want to set the coach by temperature. They're going to be gone for a while, come back to the coach. They can have the generator turn on that way. Not to mention, too, we have energy management system as well. So if you're, it'll shed the power for you. That's another nice feature that I can point to on the inside as well.
Great. So David, here we are at the rear cap, and I understand there's a few things you'd like to point out back here as well.
Absolutely. Starting up top, the docking lights. We put docking lights not only beside the backup camera for when you're backing in late at night, but also on the side of the coach. We've located the docking lights right in front of the rear axles. So that's a nice feature. It's easy to see when you're backing in late at night. Not to mention, we went to the LED tail lights. We've added these lights, we've made them bigger, plus we've raised them up, so that way when you do have a tow vehicle, you can see over the tow vehicle. It's easy for people to see you stopping or turning and what have you.
And they're LED.
LED.
Fantastic.
LED. Another big feature is we have up to 15,000 pound hitches on these. This is a 15,000 pound hitch because it's a tag. Now our 40 is a 10,000, but you can pull a lot of weight. Some other manufacturers use a 10,000 pound hitch but may not truly be able to pull 10. If we have a 10,000 pound hitch on our Tuscany, you can pull 10, and all of our anything over 40 will be 15,000.
So David, earlier we were talking about the wet bay. You mentioned the Aqua heating system. What can you share with me about that?
Absolutely, I'm glad you brought that up. This basically takes the place, this is in all your Highline coaches, and in this price point, you don't see a lot of the manufacturers put this in, and because it's an expensive system. I mean, basically what this does, it gives you unlimited supply of hot water in lieu of having a 10-gallon water heater, and it also offers you an even heat mechanism. So it's not, you don't have the hot and cool spots in a coach. It's going to heat the coach evenly, and it's not going to give you the dry heat that you would get with propane.
Not dry heat. Now that sounds like something that I'd be interested in, because I know that if I ever want to go to cold weather, I want to be comfortable, and you're saying this is going to be a much more comfortable type of heating situation.
Absolutely, you're going to love this. Once a customer has Aqua Hot, they never want to coach without it.
Well, I like hearing that. Anything else you want to share on the outside of this coach before we go inside?
Yeah, the dual pane windows. I mean, we really emphasize it. It looks better. It's dual pane. Again, if you're trying to keep the coach warm or cool, it's going to help you accomplish that. As well as we put the awnings over the top, and then we mounted the windows to access the windows. They'll push out from the bottom, so you don't have to worry about rain coming in if you don't have your window awnings out.
Yeah, and I noticed that the hinge is on top, so it's almost like the airflow's got to be better because that whole piece will crack versus, I've seen some of these frameless windows where there's a bar across the center, and with this bar above, I could see where ventilation would be improved.
You're absolutely right.
Walking into this new 2016 Tuscany, I really feel like I'm home. What are some of the new features to talk about?
Well, I mean, if you just look right above us, we have the new ceiling plenum for 2016. I'm real excited about it. It's got the LED lights behind it, but even better than that, it's going to help distribute the air better. When you look over here, look at the height of these new cabinets. I mean, it's a 100% Amish built cabinet with a high gloss on it. We didn't just make them taller, but we also made them deeper, so it's going to give you a lot more storage.
That's impressive.
I mean, these customers tell me all the time we can't ever have enough storage.
Absolutely, absolutely. The furniture looks beautiful. This is a 100-inch L sofa. Well, who's the manufacturer of this furniture?
I mean, we're using the best furniture out there. It's Villa. We got the Villa furniture and with the halo leather. And then we also offer a sleeper underneath here. And then when we look at the tile, we got the porcelain tile in a herringbone pattern that goes throughout the coach. Really looks good. Underneath it, we use a hardy backer, so we don't ever have, I've not ever heard of issue of crack tile. But it looks good, and it's a high-end residential look. You can see how the furniture and the countertops kind of go together. Really
all solid surface.
coach.
I don't see anything but solid surface in here as well.
Everything's solid surface, and look at the 60-inch TV. I mean, if you can't make this feel like home, I mean, this is definitely a house on wheels for you guys.
And a fireplace.
And a fireplace. And you don't have to have it on. It's even got an ambiance switch if you would like to have a glass of wine and not have the heat on. But customers love those, especially on chilly mornings.
I don't doubt it. That's a fantastic feature. And it's nice. You got the Euro recliner, the L sofa, so it really just feels very homey. I noticed earlier when we walked in that there's a workstation here, so if I want to set up and pay some bills or whatever, I can do that. It just makes me feel like I'm at home. Just an unbelievable look up front here, David. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the Galley as well?
Absolutely.
One of the things I like most about this 45 AT floor plan specifically is the Galley on this unit.
Absolutely. And This is a great galley with a lot of storage, but one thing I want to point out before I show you even some of the great things about this galley is all of our Tuscanys are all electric. So we're going to have an electric cooktop with a dishwasher, and even the 40, 42, all of our floor plans will have that. But with this particular floor plan, this gives you tons of storage. We have this countertop extension that comes out, but look how deep these drawers are. I mean, if you want to talk about storage, I mean, that takes up, and these slides are huge. We have a lot of square footage here, so that's going to give you a lot of extra storage. Plus, when you're cooking, you have a lot more room. We also went to a new faucet. It's easy to pull out, easy to utilize. And then above the kitchen area, we added fantastic fans with a remote sensor through the bathrooms, all the way throughout the coach. I know I mentioned on the outside about the air conditioners, but you'll notice that we have the filters here. We use a whisper quiet system, and that's why you can't hear the air conditioner now, even though we have all three on. But we have the intake on the outside with the filters and the outflow in the center, so that's going to give you a much quieter coach. One thing I want to point out over here, Adam, is this is a freestanding table. When we put a freestanding table on a coach, we give you 4 chairs. This will extend out, but we also offer a booth because I have had a couple customers want more sleeping area, and our booths will also telescope down and make into a bed. So you have 2 options. This is the freestanding computer desk or a booth.
It's great having the versatility because it seems like every other customer wants to have a booth dinette, sometimes just from the comfort aspect of it, but to be able to offer either or on every floor plan that we have, that's going to really be a game changer for us, I think.
Absolutely.
I can't tell you how impressed I am about all the residential appliances we have. You mentioned the dishwasher and the microwave, and it appears that we didn't stop at the refrigerator as well.
Absolutely. We're using Whirlpool Appliances, and it's a 20 cubic foot refrigerator. Also has a lock on the door, which is very nice.
That's new, isn't it?
This is brand new, and last year and the previous year I had a few customers that said that we needed to add that. We listened to our customers at Thor Motor Coach, that's for sure. So, but yes, a French style with the bottom freezer, great looking refrigerator, and then in standard in all of our Tuscanys we have the stackable washer dryer. It's not an option; it's going to come standard.
What I really like about this washer and dryer is that it's set down lower. I noticed with some of these, they're mounted way up at the top, and my mom, she's only 5 foot tall, and it's really difficult to get to that top appliance, but it appears from being in the location that we have here, it's much more accessible for even the vertically challenged.
Absolutely, and I've been short all my life too, Adam. But another thing about location you brought up that's important is, it's really nice if you do have company with you, you can shut this off and close up the bedroom. If you had somebody sleeping, they can wash clothes, get to the half bath, because all of our Tuscanys have a half bath. Mm-hmm. And then, every floor plan is going to give you the bath and a half, which is what customers are asking for today. We also have central vac standard, so you have the attachment that comes with the coach as well as the kick plate in the half bath, so if you just want to sweep it to that.
I like the pocket doors because I noticed that they have the same design as that new ceiling plenum that we have. So it really is nice because it's almost like everything is getting, incorporated together. It really gives it a good look.
And everything's high gloss. I mean, you can see we're using 100% veneer around everything. It's just really got a great look, and it's really well put together. We're real excited about it.
Beautiful. Well, let's go take a look at the bedroom.
Great.
So David, here we are back in the bedroom, and I can tell you, it looks comfortable.
Oh, it's great. I mean, we've done a lot with it. All of our floor plans have king beds, and not just any king bed, but we have the Denver, the #1 selling mattress, memory foam, very comfortable. We've added a ceiling fan to make it feel just like you're at home, and not to mention we put the day and night shades beside both windows beside the bed, because we have a lot of customers want the air ventilation beside the bed. Again, solid surface countertops throughout, beside the bed, over here, throughout. We've added a lot of storage in our cabinets. I mean, even though this is in a slide room, you can see that we have all the drawers, very deep, nice fit and finish. We've even put a pull-out hanging closet over here because, again, this might be your closet, Adam.
It probably will be. Probably will be.
And then with the TV, we put a flat screen TV over here that lifts up so we can have more storage and your DVD player, as well as many customers are putting there, because we have a Winegard Traveler satellite dish on the roof. Many customers are putting their DirecTV box or Dish Network box.
Yeah, usually people have two, and I know I don't watch the same programs my wife does, and thankfully there's 2 locations for it. And like you said before, I mean, the thing that just keeps coming back over and over again is it appears that the engineers have just tucked away as much storage for our customers as possible. And like you said earlier, I have not seen a motorhome where somebody's complained about having too much storage. I mean, this is about the best I've ever seen.
I mean, even look at the cabinets above the bed. Look how deep they are. I mean, they've really done a good job with this floor plan.
Fantastic. And one thing I heard earlier was that I guess every single floor plan that we offer in the Tuscany is a bath and a half. So for those owners of the coaches, they're going to have their own dedicated rear bathroom space, no matter if it's a 40, a 42, or a 45. So why don't we go take a look at the rear bath, the master bath, so to speak, and see some of the features back there.
Let's do it.
Now this is what I call a bathroom.
Absolutely. We got the his and her sink here, but check out that shower.
You know, David, I can tell you, in most RVs, I can't stand in a shower without my shoulder being up against, and this looks like, this is enormous.
It's even got a seat, but check out the new oxygenic shower head.
This is fantastic. What's this all about?
It's gonna help you with the water flow.
Okay, it gets you better water pressure so I can get that soap scum off. That's a challenge I always had whenever I use an RV, so that's fantastic.
Absolutely.
Perfect. And you know, one thing that I noticed, and they may all be this way, but the wardrobe just seems enormous in here.
Oh, it's very big. It's even got a cedar line for your shoes. We've got a spot for shoes so it don't take up your storage. Very deep storage area beside the toilet as well.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like I can be out for a long period of time and not have to worry about having enough hanging space.
Absolutely.
Well, why don't we go take a look at the front of the unit?
Let's do it.
I can tell you I'm comfortable.
This is one of the best seats in the house. I mean, we're using Villa furniture, and this is a recliner over here.
And I noticed that the dash is a little different this year. You know, I know that we changed the color the previous year, but there's a brand new screen here that is larger than the iPad.
A matter of fact, it is. It's 10.4 inch. It's a 10.4 inch screen. But the great thing about it is it offers the Rand McNally RV GPS. So it has the RV map. So if you go into areas where you're uncertain about the height of bridges and things like that, it's got all that for you.
Well, I really like how large it is. You know, one thing that, you know, even driving these coaches for the last 15 years, I've noticed that, you know, I just have a little bit of a hair of uncomfortable feeling when I get behind the wheel. And, you know, having something as large as this to see the side cameras and then to see the rear and then also have it for navigation as well, it's fantastic. This is the coolest, best dash screen design that I've ever seen. But then there's some other creature comforts also that the Tuscany offers exclusively as well.
You know, one of the things that I really like, because again, I've been short all my life, we have the automotive style pedals down below that self-adjust, so you can adjust them in if you're short or further back if you're tall. But another nice thing I gotta talk about, I just can't wait any longer, is a new push button start.
Oh wow, so you got an engine start button here, like you do on the brand new high-end cars.
Absolutely.
That's an industry first, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, that is absolutely exciting. And then I also noticed, which is different from some of our other models, that this has a VIP smart wheel on it. So it looks like you got windshield wipers and some of the cruise control functions right here at fingertips reach.
Easy to access, but check out the visibility of this coach. I mean, over on that side, it looks like we've raised the mullion up on that window where you have great visibility to that side mirror.
Okay.
With the cameras integrated in. I mean, with this huge screen, I mean, it should be easy to maneuver this coach.
Yeah, well, I know, with independent front suspension and bigger tires and a better riding coach, and then you tie this cab area in that, is very Euro styling. I feel like I'm really up against the front. Wow, that's cool too. Look at that. So we got a way to block the sun. But I like the nice white gauges. They're very visible. Everything about this motorhome just feels comfortable to me.
Absolutely.
I've learned so much about this coach today, and I can tell you, I am convinced that 2016 is the year of the Tuscany. So I just really want to thank you for your time.
Thank you.
And I'm looking forward to learn more about the coach as we get down the road.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.